Ethan Sachs and Paolo Villanelli put Valance and Dengar on the run as they are hunted through the bowels of Nar Shaddaa by the Crimson Dawn assassin Deathstick, who will go to any lengths to make sure the hunters don't leave the Smuggler's moon alive. Ethan Sachs continues the very fun War of the Bounty Hunters event with an issue that is both equal parts action set piece and exposition, whose purpose is to catch people up on what exactly Crimson Dawn is and how they came to be and where they came from, something that, thanks to Clone Wars, I already knew, but Ethan does a quick and concise job of explaining it for people who might not have seen Clone Wars and might not have been privy to that information, giving us really great hints at Maul's takeover of the crime syndicate at the end of the Clone Wars and what happened after their disappearance, with more details probably being filled in the main book when we get back to that this coming week. One albeit small piece of information Ethan decided to drop here was almost this kind of ticking clock element that Valance himself has, as we learn that his heart isn't as good a shape as it should be, and it's quite possible he's gonna die if he keeps pushing himself with all of these enhancements. It's almost like a Chekhov's gun type of situation where it's been mentioned, therefore it kind of has to happen now. So I'm really intrigued to see what's going to happen with Valance throughout this event and towards the end of it, since this could be it for him. This could be his final hurrah to save Han, and then that's it for the character. Although I have a feeling that he could probably end up as a full cyborg, or they might bring back the gem he had in the Legends canon where it was trying to make him human. That would be quite an interesting pull. Paolo Villanelli continues drawing just some fantastic Star Wars artwork, giving us some really awesome action set pieces involving droids and even a speeder chase. I loved his flashback sequences as well, hitting all of the big points of the Clone Wars and that related to Crimson Dawn like the Siege of Mandalore, and even quick cameos from Rex and Maul. Bounty Hunters issue 14 was another really awesome installment in the War of the Bounty Hunters, exploring who and what Crimson Dawn is and where they come from, while also giving us some really awesome action sequences and an interesting new personal problem for Valance to deal with. I'm going to give this issue a 10 out of 10. Bounty Hunters issue 14 finds Valance and Dengar finally evade Deathstick, but Valance isn't so sure that she is easily evaded. Dengar, however, sees nothing as the injured hunter tells him that they have to go back to their ships since whomever has taken Han Solo from Boba Fett is getting away. Dengar knows that they need to get him patched up first, and they already have lost the trail, so they might need to pick it up again later either way. He takes Valance to a mechanic he knows in the area of the city, as Valance asks if they can be trusted, but Dengar knows that she can't be, but she is probably nostalgic for the old days back when he used to race for her. Heading inside an alley, Dengar is met by Mama Stamok, who never thought that he would be dumb enough to come back without the credits she is owed. Valance knows that she doesn't seem very nostalgic, but Dengar does the talking, saying that he's close to a bounty that will settle his gambling debts with interest, but the mechanic has heard it all before, telling him to come inside since shooting him out in the alley will bring unwanted attention. Dengar says it's all under control as in the sanctuary of the Mourner's Whale Syndicate, Tonga and Kamdek battle Crimson Dawn's forces. But soon Kamdek is hit in the shoulder as Tonga is attacked by one of the vibroblade wielding soldiers. She manages to shoot the attacker in the face, but knows that they are too many of them, but she is harder to kill than they think. The Crimson Dawn's commander destroys her blaster, saying she fights better than the Mourner's Whale soldiers, meaning she is something else, but she has made the mistake of getting involved in this. It doesn't matter for the woman since she will die, wondering if Tonga has any last words. Tonga does, whistling, confusing the commander as the Nexu pounces on the woman, eating her whole before it rampages through Crimson Dawn's soldiers as Losha arrives, killing the soldiers as well and saving Tonga's life. Losha says that they have picked the wrong crew to decide to try and kill, as Kamdek knows Tonga's wife is a keeper. The general says that Tonga saved his life, but Crimson Dawn will be back, but Tonga thought that Crimson Dawn was disbanded years ago. Kamdek thought the same, that is until their ultimatum came to him. Either he and his crew join them or they all die. Kamdek says that they bow to no one, but Tonga says that they have much to discuss about that. In Mama Stamek's chop shop, Dengar goes to a quiet corner to contact Bib Fortuna, who thinks the hunter is wasting his time since he's not reporting on Fecht's capture. Dengar says that he wants to talk to Monaro so he can confirm that his girlfriend is still alive. Bib says that the hunter will just have to take his word for it as he looks over the imprisoned Azurian woman. Bib tells him that Jabba in his mercy will grant the woman her freedom if he completes the bounty, but he does need to hurry since the Rancor is getting hungry. Bib hangs up the communication device, causing Dengar to throw his at a nearby engine being worked on in anger. Stamok wonders if she should just charge the damage to his tab as Dengar tells her that he was helping with repairs, complimenting the woman on her chop shop. She says that she got it cheap after the last owner was murdered by an IG assassin droid. She says that she managed to stabilize Valance's core processor, knowing the bolt that hit him really fried the safety overrides. The real problem is his human heart, since his cybernetic parts put a massive strain on it, so she isn't sure how much time he has left. Dengar doesn't care since he's not his friend, only needing the hunter to take down Boba Fett and collect his bounty, after which he will pay the woman her cut and Valance won't be anyone's problem anymore. The woman knows that he's not the only one with a faulty heart, but Dengar waves her off, wanting to know what she knows about Crimson Dawn. Stamok is surprised he even mentioned that name, but Dengar says that he's been hearing some rumors that they are after Fett, but the woman tells Dengar that he needs to just forget the bounty and run. Dengar has never seen the woman scared of anything before, but the mechanic knows that if he wants to live to her age, he needs to learn when to be scared. She knows Dengar was just a young man back during the Clone Wars, where the Shadow Collective emerged, uniting Black Sun, the Pikes, and the Mandalorian Death Watch together without killing one another, something which is hard to do, but someone managed to do it, and there was never actually really a choice. Among the syndicates that were banded together was a band of murderers and thieves called Crimson Dawn, but after the siege of Mandalore and the rise of the Empire, the collective crumbled and the syndicates went underground, but Crimson Dawn soon returned deadlier than ever, with murderers like Dryden Voss wreaking havoc in the Outer Rim. That is until someone killed Voss, and then after a few years, Crimson Dawn just disappeared, and some say the Dawn never truly left and have been waiting for something big to happen. Valance soon comes to see the duo, saying that all sounds like fairy tales, but the assassin who shot him seemed real enough. Stamok wants to know what she looked like, so Valance shows her a hologram that he captured on his cybernetic eye. Stamok is terrified that they were attacked by Deathstick, and then he came to them, since he just killed them all. Dengar thinks she's overreacting as the door to the garage is blown in, and Deathstick says that she can assure them she is not overreacting. Kamdek meanwhile learns of his granddaughter named Kadlia, and she is the true heir to both the Mourner's Wail and the Unbroken clan, and she is also the reason Nakano Lash killed his son Kamis. Kamdek wants to know why, so Tonga says that the boy was going to kill his love and that he would have killed their unborn child just to hide the truth from him, but the mother still died after childbirth. Kamdek says that he would have understood since it was his son after all. He wants to see Kadlia, and Tonga promises to find her, but the man wants her existence to be kept a secret until she comes home, since there are spies everywhere, and if Crimson Dawn learns of her identity, they will not allow someone with her bloodlines to unite the syndicates against them. He charges Tonga and Losho with Kadlia's protection at all costs, and he is willing to give them the funds they need to hire a crew. Tonga says she's already got a crew, but the man wants her to triple its numbers, since underestimating Crimson Dawn will get her killed, since she has no idea what they are capable of. Deathstick meanwhile attacks the chop shop with her droids, as Stamok says that she warned the hunters of the death that they have brought to her door, knowing that she should have killed them in the alleyway. Dengar tells Valance to shoot Deathstick before she impales him again, and the hunter is working on it, wondering what plan B is after the assassin dodges his blasts. Dengar wants to escape, but Valance knows the droids will just cut them down, but Dengar soon comes up with a new plan, throwing a thermal detonator at the assassin before speeding out of the giant hole it blew in the wall with Stamok's prize speeder, knowing it's just like his swoop racing days. Valance knows that they haven't escaped yet as the droids pursue them. Valance blows up a few in the pursuit as Dengar expertly pilots the speeder through the underbelly of Nar Shaddaa. Soon, however, Dengar finds there is a problem, as the repairs on the vehicle hadn't finished and the stabilizer is gone, and they are going to crash into the wall in front of them. Valance says that they can jump, so at the last second, he pulls Dengar from the speeder as it slams into the wall, exploding in a fiery mess, and makes the droids think the hunters have been killed. Valance knows that will keep the droids and the hunters off them for a little bit, as Dengar knows that Valance could have saved himself himself and let him die, since no one in the guild would have known, but Valance says that he would have though. Dengar tries to tell Valance about his deals with Bib Fortuna, but Valance knows that it can wait as Deathstick keeps the hunters in her sniper rifle sights. She is soon contacted by Kira, who tells her that she can't kill them and she has to have some patience, since herding them into the right direction is an important part of her plan. But Deathstick doesn't need to worry, since she will get to kill Valance and Dengar soon enough.